When thinking of war films, it's hard to think of one better than Apocalypse Now. Although, despite being labeled as a war film, I hardly think of it as that. The Vietnam War, as it's shown in this film, is merely as a backdrop in exploring the shadows of the soul. It explores the ideas of what can turn seemingly good men to cruel and irredeemable monsters, and the way it goes about telling that narrative is nothing short of enthralling. This film is very loosely based on the novel Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. The film and the book have some similar plot elements, but for the most part, they are completely different, as Coppola was able to reconfigure the novel and make something wholly unique and original. The scope of Apocalypse Now is awe-inspiring even by today's standards, with wide vistas often taking up the entire frame. I don't have much to say in regards to the performances by the actors other than they're iconic and they're perfectly cast, particularly Martin Sheen and Marlon Brando. I find every moment that they're on screen together to be incredibly captivating. This film also uses voiceover in a very smart way, because most films use voiceover in a somewhat lazy way where you don't really need it. But the way this film uses voiceover is almost as though you're inside the mind of the character of Willard and getting a sense of what he's thinking. The production of Apocalypse Now is riddled with countless issues, such as going over schedule, losing money, and the lead actor nearly dying. But I've heard an old saying, which is some of the best art comes from hardship, and that's very true in the case of Apocalypse Now.